So this different path here, or ending up here, or like the experiment shows us, is that on the screen, on the target, the spot may end up here, or 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 whatever, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here, 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 here. The thing is, we can't predict where something will end up. We don't know it, but we can make a statistical prediction about the pattern that will emerge. But the thing is, it can emerge anywhere. It could emerge up in the corner here, or at the bottom here, or probably not, but for the sake of reasoning, behind this, or somewhere out in space 100 light years away. 1 second later. We don't know. And the field theory says that it could be, the next observation can happen anywhere. That's what quantum mechanics say. It can happen anywhere, but it follows specific. If what quantum mechanics say is like it can end up anywhere, but the prediction says is if you have a slice like this, and if you don't make an observation here, then it will be kind of like this. Somewhere around here you will make your observation. If you make that observation, then quantum mechanics says like, yeah, it will change and it will look something like this. And if you ask yourself like, but how come that it ended up in that particular spot? The answer is we don't know. We don't know why it was a particular spot it ended up in. In other words, we don't know the cause for why it ended up in that spot. And if we don't know a cause, then it's no effect. If we don't have a cause to explain the existence of an effect, then it's not a cause and an effect. It's just something that happened. It's an action. It's an event in space and time. Now it happens to be, fortunately for us, that the actions that are taking place in space and time is according to least action. And least action can be thought of as cause and effect. Okay? So this is where I want to end this part. And I'm in my next one, I think I'm going to talk, I think I talked about waves already. If I haven't, that will come. But I will talk about probability waves in a coming video. And after that, I will try to bring everything together in the two slits experiment, and to give a picture of what's going on in the two slits experiment. And then after that, I will start to make some speculations about what matter and reality actually is. And for that, I like to point out already now that the field here is two-dimensional, and we have the wave we think about in the field, in the representation, in the visualization of the math we are doing, is a three-dimensional object, because it goes up and down here in space. Okay, so and I also want to remind you about, when we're talking about values, oh, this is time here now. This was not good. I also want to remind you about, when we're talking about like a one-dimensional space or field, or two-dimensional field, that when we plot the values, yeah, they may create a shape, but it's a visualization of that one dimension. So it's a visualization of one dimension in two dimensions, and a field is two-dimensional, but we can visualize all the values in the field in three dimensions. Think about that. And so how do you visualize a three-dimensional field? Well, you visualize it in four dimensions. Unfortunately, I can't draw four dimensions, so I can't make those visualizations. But there may be some interesting interpretation you could make from it, by the mere fact that you can do that visualization in an extra dimension, that you can have one dimension with values in, and then you can make a visualization in an upper dimension. And yeah, the next video, it will be about probabilities, because to conclude everything in the two slits experiments, we need to talk a little bit about probabilities, and then talk about probability waves. And I don't think I've posted those videos yet, so I'm going to talk about probabilities, what probabilities are, in relation to quantum mechanics. That video, I already made that, and you can have objections to what I'm saying in that video, but the purpose of that video is to give a thinking tool about quantum mechanics and what's going on. It's not to be stringent or correct in any way. It's just to create concepts in your head that makes you prepared to understand what is going on in the two slits experiment. So it's not like proper physics or proper math or anything like that. You should think about it as thinking tools to understand what is going on. And with that, I will end this video. Thanks for listening.